안녕하십니까. I'm actually not going to say 반갑습니다 in my videos anymore because my Korean tutor actually said that it's a little bit strange to be saying 반갑습니다 in every video. And now that I'm learning Korean, it makes perfect sense because 반갑습니다 basically means it's nice to meet you, which is a little bit strange to say it in the beginning of every single video. Anyway, from now on, I'll just say hello. 안녕하십니까. When I came back to Korea here in Seoul, I was lucky enough to get what's called an after-school program teaching job. And basically what that is going into a public school and teaching classes after the standard classes have finished. And that's basically like 4 or 5 classes back to back. So it's a little bit intense, but it's great if you want a lot of free time, which is something that I wanted because I want to learn how to speak Korean and things like that. The thing about it was they're a little bit difficult to get. A lot of people want them for obvious reasons. But at that time, there were some changes with the visa requirements in my favor because I have an F visa and I was able to get one. So I'm real happy about that. But it made me start to think about, some of the questions that I get and the future of teaching English in Korea. I get these emails from time to time from high school students and college students. They're like, hey, I'm going to be graduating in 2 years from high school. Are there going to be any jobs left? And so the first thing I would say is just settle down. You got a long way to go before you have to worry about that. A lot can change before it comes time for you to think about going to Korea to teach English. But as an example, it does remind me of my very first co-teacher. Now this is public school. And she, about a year or two ago, was sent to America for about a month by the Office of Education to kind of observe classes and also to sharpen her English speaking skills. And this is all kind of part of this potential initiative to hopefully get the Korean teachers to the point where they can take over the responsibilities of a native English speaking teacher and kind of do it all. Also, getting a job as an English teacher or any teaching job for Koreans is very difficult. So a lot of these teachers, when they come out of school, they're sharp. They came from a good university, they might have good grades, they can speak pretty well, they can sing Taylor Swift songs, and they're just ready, and they've got all the capabilities. But here's the thing. One thing I've learned in my life is no matter what industry it is, people, when they get their job, once they land the job, most will do basically what is required of them in order to fulfill their job requirements and to keep their job. And that's no different than the English teachers here, the Korean English teachers here. That is what is required of them, and the manner in which they teach is what they're going to abide by so that they can keep their job for 20 or 30 years and get a retirement and everything. Basically what that is their English classes, the instruction is taught in Korean the majority of the time, the vast majority of the time. Then they go to the teacher's room and they're speaking to their coworkers in Korean. They go home and they speak in Korean and they're watching Korean TV and everything like that. So it's only natural that their English speaking ability will decline over time. So I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but in my experience, it's pretty close to 100% of the time. I come in contact with someone who's been teaching 10, 15, 20 years, and their English speaking ability is just not there. If I were to speak to them in this way that I'm speaking on this video, a lot of it would just pass them by. Whereas when they first got started, they're sharp, they're singing Taylor Swift songs. Well, that's where we come in, and that's native English speakers to model authentic speech. And their hope is to replace that. But the reality is the way that the requirements are on these professionals in these teaching positions on the Korean side, it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. And I would say in my working lifetime, in the near and distant future, I don't think that that's going to be something to worry about. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you. For me, that's a good thing, because if they learn how to speak English really well, then I have to go home, and I'm not ready to go home yet. But for those of you interested, whether it be because you're in high school, or even if you're just looking for a career change, or you want to travel and use teaching English as the venue to do that, I mean, there's going to be, in my opinion, I think it's going to grow for a long time. Anyway, so I hope that was helpful for you. Don't worry about it. For a long time coming, there's going to be a lot of teaching jobs available for you. If you have anything to say about it, leave it in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Peace.